Welcome back to Indonesia Highlights. The Asia Spelling Cup run by QooCo aims to improve English comprehension and understanding in the region through a detailed and broad competition which aims to improve how English is used in Indonesia and other Asian countries. How to discuss Asia, and we are now to discuss the Asia Spelling Cup 2016 and have been joined via Skype by David Topolewski, QooCo Chief Executive. Just to give you, before we move on to David, last year Indonesia sees one in two categories, primary and secondary school levels. Felicia Daniel in the primary level and Samuel Tang in the secondary level. And we spoke to Samuel Tang last week about his experience of ASC 2015. Hello, David.
Hello, how are you?
We're good here. Thank you very much. So you said in your press release, this is the fourth ASC and held in Bangkok. It is going to be this year is going to be a lot better than the last ones. Can you just give us a brief run of how better is it going to be this year?
Well, first of all, we've got more contestants, so that's always better. And we've got a lot more digital involvement this time, particularly in China and some of the other countries.
Right. So before we move on to the competition, let's just hear it from you a little bit, what QooCo is all about.
So at QooCo, we're really focused on empowering people. So we're trying to help them improve their English language skills, particularly the communication skills. So that opens up a lot of opportunities from a learner perspective, as well as job opportunities, and it's really critical in a lot of countries bring direct investment into the country, because you'll attract a multinational talent.
And I see that for this year, you have 4 countries participating in the competition: Malaysia, Indonesia, China, and Thailand. Specifically for China, students applied to the ASC via the QooCo Arena competition game mobile app. Now, this helps you to identify just how much of the word have been used and what's the potential here in China. Do you think it's something that, meanwhile, in Indonesia and Thailand, we are still doing it manually in terms of handpicking the participants? How do you see the potential of having to attract or allow students to apply using the same application in Indonesia anytime in the future?
We're pretty significant in the next year, in 2017 in particular, in reaching a lot more, because that's now the internet infrastructure and smartphone penetration in Indonesia is growing very, very rapidly. So we see this as a very big development for Indonesia, getting a lot of students involved in this, and really interesting how to help them learn the just been a lot of opportunities. So very bullish on it.
Right, and I see that the finalists have doubled from last year. You have 24 finalists last year, and you have 50 this year.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, it's a larger pool, and so we expect each year that we're going to add more students. From these countries. So 2 things where we expect to add more students per country. We also expect to add more countries next year. So I would say in 2017, we're doing 2 or more countries participate. So that'll drive it. We want to have more students from each country.
Right, and how did you arrive to having or hosting and organizing what has become Asia's biggest spelling cup in just 4 years?
Well, we found that there was really there were people that we previously with Asia, the spelling in the U.S. it wasn't really designed for Asia and the time applicable. It's a great competition. So we found by setting it up, we would have direct contact with local players. So the first we had in Singapore, the second year we had it in Bali, last year in Bangkok. So this is one of the big in the U.S. with the U.S. always had it outside of Washington, D.C. And I think it's interesting and it's helpful for is engaged by having different countries, different cities, every year, every other year.
Right, and we spoke tomorrow. We'll be speaking to one of the finalists, one of the 50 finalists is in the primary category, Pierre from the Bunda Mulia School, and he said he's very much looking forward to the excitement on November 12th. And I understand this will also go on live on Facebook at the Asia Spelling Cup 2016 page. What can viewers expect, and how much excitement is going to happen on Saturday?
Well, I personally always find it a real challenge because early on the work is fairly easy, and then as you get closer as the field there starts to get a lot harder, and you yourself internally you say, well, I can put it in, and then you I think consciously people pick favorites as well, and you've got what the underdogs that sometimes it's very level playing field.
All right, David, thank you so much. We're going to have to let you go, but we're looking forward. We'll be monitoring via Facebook Live on the competition, and we'll be talking to some of the finalists when they return to Indonesia as well. All the very best to QooCo and ASC 2016.
Well, thank you very much. Good luck to all the athletes, and great thank you to the contestants from Indonesia.
Thank you. When we come back, that was David Topolewski, the CEO of QooCo, the organizer for Asian Spelling Cup 2016, that's going to be held in Bangkok in Conrad this November 12th with Indonesian participants, 18 of them out of 50 finalists. Via Facebook Live, you can also participate and live viewing of the competition itself. Thank you so much for tuning in, and when we come back on Indonesia Highlights, weather updates and top stories.